Good evening, everyone. Gabriel Bello here, and I'm going to attempt to. Oof, that is super bright. I'm going to see if I can get the comments up here for everybody so I can see what's going on because unfortunately, Mac doesn't have. Oh, you know what? I just figured out a way that I might be able to do this. Anyway, um, hope everybody is fantastic. Be able to see the comments here in a second, and hopefully this doesn't. Hopefully this doesn't get me all messed up. This is all I want is the chat. All I want is the chat over here. Just want the chat. So I can see all the chat and nothing but the chat. So let me show you guys what we're looking at. I wish I had my preview behind me, but I'm going to go ahead and just go swoop. And you guys should be seeing the, yep. In fact, let's do it this way. So I'm going to push it back to the, oh, why is it, oh, because there we go. My goodness, why is it doing that? I'm not sure why it's doing that. Weird. Oh, I think it's hold up. Let me try something real quick. I know it's super late. Hopefully everybody checks this out after the fact. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I'm not supposed to be casting. It's a lot I'm still figuring out here, y'all. It's we got a complicated thing going on. So now let's see if we push it back over there and let's go to transition. And you guys can't see nothing now. Let's go this way. Weird. I don't know how. What's up, Brother Nelson? I'm not sure why this was doing this last time. Here, let's do it this way. There you go. Now you have me. So why in the world was it not? And when I go to HDMI in, let's try this way, and then let's transition, and let's see. There we go. I think that's working. Nope. It's backwards. This is messed up. I don't know why it is doing this. I'm well, other than the fact that if this wasn't happening the other day. So I'm not sure why it's doubling up. Because when it's coming to me, it's okay. Let's go to that. Oh, there is no. What happened to my second camera? Let's see. So that's on. That's on. Let's go to live room 1. No, not live room 1. That's live room 4. There we go. Live room 1. All right, now let's go back to the Mac and let's push it back over. And again, it's that is so weird. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Yo, Linton, what's up, brother? Well, I don't necessarily have to be on the screen. I'd prefer to be, but Let me just show you guys. Yeah, I need to be on screen because otherwise you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out why this was working the other day. Because I had this. I just don't remember how I had it set up. I mean, this is what happens when you're running on only a few hours sleep a night because you're in here till 3 o'clock in the morning making music and doing all sorts of cool stuff. Okay, so here's the HDMI in. And then let me fix my... Let's try it this way first. So let's just do this and that. Make sure that that's good. Now let's try going back to the Mac. Okay, so when it goes there, there's nothing there. So let's try sending this out to... which one is this? What screen is this? Y'all talk to me. And hopefully here in a second I'm going to show you what this lighting stuff can do. Let's go to arrange and see. That is number 3. And the rolling video is that one. So I had this working last night. Like I said, I don't remember why this is messed up. So we're going to project screen 3. That's not right. And let's... Yep, that is not right at all. Okay, view. How do I cut off? Yo, Manny. Praise the Lord, brother. That's all I can say. This has been the faithfulness of God. I tell you, if I wasn't much of a, I wouldn't consider myself a full-on Calvinist, but I tell you what, I'm a lot closer than I used to be. Because I tell you what, there's so many times that I wanted to quit. Yeah, I know, Brother Cannon. I texted Rod. I didn't hear back from him. I'm gonna try to help him with that and see what I can do, because that's some bogus stuff. So okay. So now that's working. Oh, I think I know what it is. I know what it was. Hold up. So let me transition and throw this back and. Weird. I'm not sure why this is doing this, y'all. I'm very confused right now. Let's try this. Let's go back to the Mac. And I don't know if the screen, there we go. Now let's see if it, no. It's on the Mac now, but it's not showing what I want it to show. Let me put it back to myself and click it back over. Okay. Oh yeah, Lord willing, it'll work together for the good. So now let's go to the okay, yeah, so it's showing me. Let's go. Okay, so if it's showing me, and then let's pop this over. So now I'm on the preview. Yo, I have no idea why this is doing this. Okay, anyway, let's show you guys what we got working on here. So let's go to the second. So that's kind of an overshot. I actually meant to put a better camera on that. And this is a side shot of the room. And hopefully you can hear me okay. So I'm going to kill, let's see, we're going to kill all the lights. We're going to turn all those bad boys off. So here's the crazy things. I didn't realize that I had my lights working because from the control room, I can't see half of what's going on. So we're going to start with the red. Let me go back over to the, let's put this back over. Let's go to the, yeah, even there. Hold up. So we're going to go to, I think it's camera 4. There we go. Oh, man, and that sucker's in some kind of auto mode. Hold up. You're gonna watch me walk into the I'm gonna walk into the control room real quick because it's that camera, and hopefully I left the TV on in there. I think, yeah, the TV's on. It's on this auto day and night mode, so let's switch that over real quick. And I'm using a very rudimentary lighting program, and there we go. Okay, so that is I can't remember what see, one of these is the dimmer, and I can't remember which one of these is the dimmer, because this program is not labeled too great. Yeah, here we go. Master dimmer. Derby strobe patterns, special functions. Yeah, I can't remember what the dimmer is for that. I guess it's the shut. Yeah, I guess it's the shutter. So that starts to turn on, and I guess after 100. Yeah, after yeah, that's it. So that turns. There we go. Okay, so from the control room, it's very hard for me to see that. I actually really can't see that. So there's that. Let's try the UV light. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's pull the red out of it. So that's just the UV light. And let's try blue. Make sure that works. Yep, that works. That's looking good. Green. Okay, so now we're going to turn on the second light. Let's turn on the second light, and here is the control for it. So yeah, they're kind of pointed at the same thing. And let's get it right up to 100, and yep, There we go. So let's turn off that other green. Yeah, they're pointed at the same thing. All right, so let's change the focus of them. So I'm gonna hop on a ladder real quick and I'm gonna put that in. Let's see which camera. Let's go back to this one so you guys can see me climb that ladder real quick. Comment what you want to see. We're gonna get into some stupid lasers here in a little bit. The lasers you're gonna really like. They look stupid cool. Actually, let's see what camera 2 looks like. Nah, you won't see nothing. Let's go back to 4. Now, what I'm going to do next time when I walk in there is I'm going to take my phone with me so I can change the angles. Obviously, you can see the ladder's in the way. So we actually have a dead spot right there in the middle if you see from camera 2. So in camera 1, it doesn't look dead. So this is where I need my brother Phil Hall to help me. Well, yeah, man, because it's dark, and these cameras, when you have concert lighting, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good at all. So let me see if I can get this to show up and not. Man, that is just. It's creating a feedback loop, and that's why it's not liking, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. Why it's doing that now, but it wasn't doing it before. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's creating a feedback loop when I wasn't getting that before. Anyway, okay. So let's try with let's go to our side shot. It's on camera 1 right now. Let's go to camera 2. Okay, and let's turn on our green wash there. Okay, so there we get a little bit more of the middle. And so you guys can see how we're doing all that. Let's go. So you see there's that Martin wash, and I'm going to turn that off so you can see it. So there goes that wash off, and then poof. Here we go, super green. And let's go back to that, and let's turn on our second one, and that's where we get the piano and we get all that other stuff. So let's go ahead and turn the amber and the white. Same thing here. Let's turn amber and white. Let's Go back to this one. Let's turn on all the lights with it. There we go. So we're getting more of a white there. Red and blue. Turn those up. Okay. Still looks a little green on this. Oh, probably because it's still shooting green. So let's add red to it. Let's just turn them all up. Turn them all the way up. Oof, that's a lot of blue. Let's turn back some of that blue off a little bit. And let's go to camera 1. It's actually got a lot of red now. So let's add a little bit more blue to it. Actually, I tell you what, let's kill the red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. Let's kill those. And this is just amber and white. That's really low, actually. It's not too bad, but it's a lot dimmer than I would think. And I might have to, I think I'm going to have to just adjust those lights because I'm not sure where the focal point's going to be. Obviously, that Leslie speaker's not going to be there. Okay, but hey, at least we're getting it. Let's just turn them all the way up just to see what it looks like. And that's those all the way up. Now, let's cut them down. Let's cut all these bad boys down. Let's go back over here, cut them all the way down. Now let's see about our derbies. So let's go back to camera 4 so we can see if it actually turns on. Okay, yep. The derby is turning on. And let's see what that actually... I got to pull my legend back up. Y'all let me know you're there in the comments. Okay, patterns and strobe speed. Okay. So these are the patterns, and that is... Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong camera because this is... There we go. So these are... I don't know why it's still showing something up there. Okay. Let's inch it up. All right, so it didn't do anything until like... All right. It's really hard to see, actually, with this one. Let's try another camera. Let's see if that will pick up a little better. Okay. Now let's turn our speed on so we can get it moving. This is where we need haze so we can actually see beams. So that's just changing the speed. It's not really changing the pattern. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So it's blackout until you get up to this is red, and then this is green. All right. Let's go up to blue. There we go. Okay, so there we got blue, and this is the strobe effect. We don't want the strobe effect, so let's slow that down. Slow it down. Let's add blue from the all right, and then there's a little blue from the left par light. All right, and then let's turn the blue from the right par light. Let's turn the blue all the way up on that. And then there we go. Let's turn it up to 100. The cool thing is this lighting unit has a UV light, so we can actually do black light in here. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's cut those off. Let's get that second derby going. So let's take this up to blue. Let's go to camera 4 so you guys can see that. So there you go. You see the other one. It's green right now, and now it's on blue. And but we can't see the pattern, so let's go back to the other view. Let's turn the other camera or the other derby off. There we go. Red and green, red and green. There we go. So basically, once you have it on the color, it has 100 different settings within it, but it doesn't really matter because it's not. All right, we don't want it to strobe. We're going to go with the same. What speed is this at? I have no idea. Oh yeah, so we could have it go the other direction. All right, let's turn this one back on. Get it back in blue. And that should be both units. Let's make sure. Yep, that's both units. They're both a spinning. Okay, now let's get the let's get the laser going. So the laser only it's only two colors. It's red and green. And that's it. So let's do the multi-red. We're not going to do Christmas lights. We're going to do, all right, let's kill these derbies. So the derbies are off. And let's go to camera 1 so you guys can see this. Kind of hard to tell. Let's see if it's better in camera. Is it better in camera 2? Not really. Camera 1 I think is going to be better. So I'm going to turn it off, and then here you go. There's initial red. There's green is way easier to see. So yeah, let's just do green then. And then there's red and green. And then you go higher and it's just red again. So let's do green. And then this is a strobe effect. We don't want that. We're going to do clockwise, and let's just add some movement to it. All right, then there's the strobe light. Now this, all right, I'm going to turn this laser off. This, I'm going to have to go back to this other camera because I can't see what this actually does. I don't even know if it's work. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so that turns them off. That's Okay, so that is the UV light. Let's see if that's actually... Yeah, I don't even know if that's going to work because that's basically shooting over. That's shooting over everything. Yep, can't see it there. It's the only way I can even tell that it's on. Let's cut them back on and see if... And I thought those had like those were a strobe light. Weird. There we go. I'm gonna have to see if I can angle this at a put this at a different angle. All right. I guess that's the speed. Yeah, that's the speed. And this is the direction. Or the pattern. There you go. So, yeah, it's a pattern. All right, let's change the speed back. Okay, let's change the angle on this and see. Boo, 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 boo. I hear you, Cannon. Let's change the angle. See if we can change the angle on this. All right. Well, basically, without that's a little better, actually. That's kind of hitting. Yeah, now we can actually see it at least. So let's turn the speed off. So no speed. And we can actually see those now. So there we go. And then there's the white. Let's put it back to camera 4. So, woof, okay. Yeah, they're kind of hitting in the middle, so I can't really use them as a light, but I can use them as an effect. Okay. Now we are going to be setting up a second one of those. So the ladder shots make you a little worried there. Oh boy. Okay, but that works. So let's take the So here's the thing. Do they have to be UV sound, UV manual. Now that should turn them off. That's the strength. Okay, there we go. So once the strobe is off, they are on. Okay, let's turn all of them on and see. Oh, it is still strobing. That stinks. Oh, that's why. Because I accidentally was clicked on something. Okay. Let's turn these bad boys up. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. I want to see what all the black lights look like. So let's turn this off and just turn it on UV. Let's turn these bad boys on UV. That's killing the focus. Let's go to the second camera. All right. UV. There we go. That's up all the way. Let's try the UV here and turn. Nope, not the derby. There we go. And let's see what that looks like. Let's go back to camera 4. Okay, they are all on, but the focus is weird. I'm gonna walk in there and take a look. What's up, brother Will? The camera just wants to hone in on the ladder. So that gives you a better idea. That's a black light. Okay. Let's turn on all of them. All right. Let's turn our derby on. No, not the strobe. Let's turn the blue on. Let's turn the second derby on. Okay, so we got those going. Let's turn the laser on. All right, and let's turn the Hmm. There we go. So that is everything from just the gig bar pretty much firing. Let's go to, yeah. Yep, derbies are going. Now let's turn on the washes, and so we're going to need a little bit more wash. Because we actually don't have enough light in there. Now, granted, we do have 2 more wash fixtures. So, because as you can see from here, well, actually, that doesn't look horrible, but it's definitely still too dark. It's not horrible, but that's a crazy disparity between those 2 shots. Big disparity. What's up, Caps? I'm going to switch out this camera real quick. So let's go to camera 4. Let's go to camera 4 and let's see what we got. Okay, yeah, I'm going to switch out camera 1 and I want to see what that looks like. Okay, sports fans, we're about to find out if this camera turned on properly. It did. And we're about to see if it'll work through the walls. It does not. So let's go there and mess around with it. What's up, Caps? Caps is at Disney? I was trying to see if I could control it through the through the There we go. So we're going to have to see how to control this camera over remote, because it definitely is a great looking camera, and it's a PTZ, so it can be moved. See, there's the other camera. All right. It's not as wide a shot, so let's go back to our crooked wide shot here, and let's darken out our room here. Listen, man, if Disney doesn't get their act together, the Saudis are going to buy up Warner Brothers and Disney if they don't start making some good entertainment again. These jokers have lost their minds. Okay, let's take out the... There we go. Let's see how that looks. Make sure see if it looks blue on camera 1. We still got a lot of white from the let's kill the gig bar white. There we go. And let's kill these bad boys. Turn those down. And that is a very blue shot. Oh, I think it's the UV is really cutting through. Okay. Well, you know, lighting is one of my weaker skills. So let's switch it up to red here. Oh, that's why, because this had green in it. That's why. Let's go back to, there we go. That's why it was cutting through. Same thing, yeah, okay. Now let's add red, make it purple. Let's pull the blue out. And let's make our whole room red here. Let's turn our red up. Turn our blues down and turn our red up. Let's change our laser to red. Let's turn our derbies to red. Change our derby. Come on, there we go. So now everything is red. And let's go back to camera 1. Woo! That is hot like the sun. And I guess that's shining directly into the camera, which is why it looks like that. So, okay. Good stuff, everybody. Well, the nice thing is, so we've got it working. I need to get my organ camera back up, and yeah, this is super exciting. Super duper exciting. I don't really have a nice wide shot to go to. That's about it for a wide shot. So let's see how that looks like with all the... Actually, let's turn all these off. And let's just see what it looks like with just the amber white. Or actually just amber. Let's see what amber. And let's kill these red lights. So let's kill those. Let's turn the derbies all the way off. Turn those motors off. Turn the lasers off. So all that is resting. So those motors aren't just continually running. And that is just, let's go back to camera 1. Okay, that's just amber. Now let's see what just white looks like. All right, so just white on our. Wow. So on camera one, that's bright enough. I mean, like, that's super bright. You can see that reflecting off the yellow top, how bright that is. But then you go to camera two, and that's a huge disparity. Huge disparity. So we'll have to look at that. Because then we add the amber to it, and that, yeah. So that's about right for daylight. That's about what it looks like to my eyes when everything is on. And then let's turn on the RGB and turn those up, and oof. That is a mess. It's almost got too much of everything. That's really, yeah, 47. That looks about right to me. But in that second shot, I mean, might as well be off. Crazy. That's a huge difference. So that's something Phil's going to have to help me with. And let's get that angle. Yeah, let's get that angle down. I mean, you can see how well lit that is from this camera. But we start going to our other shots. I mean, actually, if I, you know what? Let me, man, I'm gonna have to run that camera that camera the other way, because I can't have it shooting the other way. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff, everybody. We have made huge progress today. Huge progress. So yeah, we look there, and that's, whoops, wrong camera. Let's go back to camera 2. And that looks like almost like a spotlight. That looks pretty lit, but then you come over here and it's almost, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to mess with the exposure on this one. Bring the exposure back. So we'll have to monkey with settings. And I'm going to have to set up a remote control. So, okay, everybody. I'm going to put myself back on the camera here. Camera 1. Let's push back over. And let's go back to the Mac. And there we go. Okay. Big steps. Big steps. So just so you guys can see, this is the software. This is the software that I've been using, but I'm going to upgrade to something much better. Much better. But it gets the job done. It gets the job done. So, yeah. So you can see this is the gig bar. This has got the par lights and the derbies and the lasers and the strobes, and then this is these are the main controls for the main lights. So good stuff. Caps, Canon, and good to see you guys. And it's great seeing Linton Weems and Nelson and Manny Threet. And who else popped in here? Yeah, Will McGlenn. So good to see you guys. So we are excited. Praise the Lord. I'm going to go back to the room shot, and then I'm going to hit this end screen. So Jesus loves you, so do I, and the just shall live by faith. Blessings.